Good morning and happy Monday. Hello. So here where I am in North Carolina, it is an absolutely beautiful Monday. You can see I've got my sweatshirt on. It's a little bit chilly here, but I am enjoying the cold. I welcome this new change in seasons. And when we talk about new change in seasons, that's how I like to think of Mondays. Mondays for me are my reminder that it's a reset. It's a start of a brand new week where I can create anything I want in this week. I can cultivate whatever I would like to cultivate in this week. And it gives me that reminder that if I'm holding on to any negativity from last week or any emotion, we could say positive emotion too from last week, that I not taint this week with last week's emotions and with last week's problems and with last week's drama or last week's high, because you want to honor this moment. You want to honor this week. What this week is going to bring to each and every one of our lives is something special and unique. And by carrying over old emotions from last week, you're really not going to be able to be in the moment. You're really not going to experience this week because you're going to be judging everything that happens this week off of what happened last week, right? And then for those of us who are maybe thinking about next week as a new month, so we could be thinking about what we want to do next week. And so we kind of forget about what's most important is this week right now, this moment, this Monday. And so my goal is to have these, what I say, mindful Monday mornings where, maybe give you a different perspective, something to think about, or just something to remind you, something you've already known, but just to bring that to your awareness, to your consciousness this morning, this beautiful Monday morning here in North Carolina. So that's how I think of Mondays. I definitely use Mondays. I use the beginning of a month, right? Also to remind me this is a brand new month. And I can cultivate, I can be intentional about what I want to achieve in this month. And again, making that clear distinction to leave last month where it was in the past. Honor it, appreciate it for the lessons that I learned, for the growth that has happened that month. But move on, right? This is a new month. This is a new opportunity to realign, to reset, right? To refresh and reconnect, right? To the things in life that I want, reconnect to my purpose, what I'm here to do, and then reconnect to you, right? It's a new month to build and cultivate this beautiful relationship that we are cultivating today. So for this Monday, last Monday, we talked about the importance of breaks and how pivotal it is to take a break. We often get so caught up right on that hamster wheel, like we're in the middle of this project and things are going great and we're getting things done and we're being productive, that we forget to take a break. And, we talked about the importance of taking breaks, and I hope that you were intentional last week and you took a break. You took a break not only when you needed to, but you force yourself, because a lot of times when we get in that mode of doing, we think when we need to take a break is the time to take a break, but our body could have been giving us signals all along that we just weren't privy to because we were so stuck in that doing mode. So I hope last week went well for you. You were able to step away from your desk. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll see some of my stories. I had some nature. I went out and did some nature walks with my little pup. And I followed my own, I don't just challenge you, I challenge myself too, right? To take a break. I love being here with you, and I love, I love these teachings and being able to be a student at the same time. So when I set an intention for what I think would be a great mindful moment for that week, I too, look to cultivate that in my life. I too am intentional. So I did take some breaks, as y'all saw. And so going forward for this week, What I would like to do, what I'd like us to do, right, is be intentional. It is so important that we realize that we do have the power to co-create our reality. And by being intentional, that is one of the ways in which you can to do that, right? That's the way you have authority. When you set out in the morning or in the evening, what you want your day, your week, your month to look like, this is you being active. This is you taking steps and progress towards your goals, visualizing how you want the day to unfold. Maybe the emotions you want to cultivate in that moment are so critical. And it's important because you allow your brain to start conjuring up ways of how to get there, how to achieve that happiness that we sat down this morning and said we wanted to cultivate, right? How do we achieve the goal of making an extra $500 this week, right? Your brain starts mapping out these ways to help you achieve it. So I want us to be intentional, whether it is writing it down in the morning, whether it's sitting with yourself and just visualizing how you want your day to look. What do you want to feel, right? What time, as the exercise I do with clients, like, okay, imagine your ideal life. Well, what time do you want to wake up? What are you doing when you first wake up? Are you exercising? Are you meditating? Are you not doing any of that? What does that look like for you? And again, this, if I bring it back to what we did last week about taking breaks, this is kind of a part of taking a break. Honestly, it's taking a break from the doing, and just sitting with being and what you want life to be. What do you want this day to be? It is taking yourself away from the incessant stream of thoughts to being very intentional about what thoughts you want to pop in your head, what it looks like, right? What environment are you in? What time are you getting up? What emotion are you cultivating for the rest of the week or just for your day? So with that, I want you to think about having these or creating these intentions for yourself as it's another way of breaking away from the toxic stream of thoughts that can cause stress and anxiety. This is giving yourself time to think about all the things that can positively happen, right? When you put it out there, when you put that you want this new promotion or you want a new job, then allowing your brain to come up with ways to help you get it. So this week, I want you to be super intentional, however that looks like for you. I have a journal. For those of you who don't know, I have my Mindfulness Journal that I just released. So I use that to write down what I want to cultivate for that day, what I want to cultivate for that week, so that it allows, like I said, it allows my mind, it allows my body, it allows, God to help cultivate this reality and bring it into existence, right? Essentially, it's a part of manifesting is setting that intention and letting it be known what you want out of life. Again, like when I talked about last week when we were on that hamster wheel of just doing without taking a moment to check in with ourselves and create an intention that aligns with our purpose here, we oftentimes miss it. We get so bogged down in what other people's perceptions of what we should be doing are that we rarely take the time to realign to what's our own metric of success? What does that look like? Okay, and how do I get it? And so by taking these moments in the morning or at night or whenever it works best for you, you are allowing yourself to disconnect from other people's expectations of you and connect to your own metrics, your own success meter, and bring that into fruition. And with these practices, we look to turn them into habits, into patterns, and then really just transform our way of life and our way of thinking. And through this and through being more intentional, you will see how other areas of your life start to manifest, how being intentional is also a way to kind of create boundaries, right? And borders so that you are focused on what you are trying to cultivate, not allowing some of the junk that you might have allowed in your life previously. So just watch how your life changes this week as you become more intentional. I look forward to your responses, to your emails, to your DMs of how things went this week. Don't forget to join me next week, next Monday, another Mindful Monday morning with your mistress. Well, you have a lovely morning, and I look forward to all the beautiful things that you will cultivate today, this week, and honestly, the rest of your lives. Bye.